very awkward looking clearance eventually, wasn't going in, but they cannot take Bangladesh lightly. They have height, the likes of Ashikur and Sanidas, Mitru, all of them up. Now this time towards the second course, standing tall Indian defense, capitalizing onto the loose, back into the mix. Too much distance on the clearance, it's pursued. India will fill up. The venture forward, completely free in the middle. The Stockman will bring the ball under control. Continuing his run. Ganimite joining ranks together. Rohan's delivery. Clear away. Shami steps in. Finds Gani. One way then the other. He was crowded out. Bangladesh they clear lines. Outside of the foot. Murshid Ali finding Rifat Ghazi. He did get on Fukushi in the opening game against Maldives. India play out from the tight space with so much of confidence. Beautifully set up for Rohan. Onto his platter, look what comes in. And Prashant Jha on the turn. Completely off the mark. Does take a tumble as well. Well, I think the defender caught him there, but he already got rid of the ball. And by then, the shot was unleashed. The Rohan Singh space time and again troubling Bangladesh. Upward control from Prashan. But before that, some brilliant footwork there by Malim in that defense line. The confidence to do that from your left back. That is something impressive. And then again, right before that, a counter opportunity. Do not make mistakes against this pacey an attack, and you can suffer. It was 3v1 almost. The pass needed to be more accurate. Maybe the grounded route, it could have found Rohan. It was overweight and difficult for Rohan to control. Bangladesh just somehow shutting off the direct route to go. This was the previous chance for the Bangla Tigers. The best of the first half an hour, hitting the foot of the post as well. A vital touch from Soham Yudhweja was close to the danger. Robbie Chauhan mentioned his boys have played good football in all the games so far, and they've learned a lot. Quite confident in getting a result against India. Even the captain, Nazmul Faisal, pointing out there always a certain level of excitement surrounding any final. But it's the last match of the tournament and both the teams want to win it. And they come here to fulfill their objective, which is to take the trophy back home. Shown confidence in each of the players right from the first match of the semi-finals, and that will continue tonight as well. They've come here to achieve good things. India, always a different proposition. Bangladesh have a lot of respect for their rivals, but they're here to achieve their goals and will give it their all. They're still very much in the contest. The scoreline well within reach. Cross comes in from the left-hand side. Sunny putting it in a great area. Not taking any kind of risk whatsoever. Malim Taksham. That is pressure. You've not seen this Indian defense under pressure so far in this tournament. And Malim had to clear it because there was a man behind. And you know, when there is pressure, there is always a risk of making mistakes. They all have to take a lot of responsibilities here. But Bangladesh are really bringing up the intensity and looking for the equalizer here. India just playing safe on that occasion. They got to deal with this corner. Suraj punching it out. Get another go at it. Murshid. Clever from Murshid. Class for 35 with his weak right foot. Putting it in a great area. About to hit them on the break. Rohan. In the handball. Referee right at the spot. And that is why we were saying, watch out for Murshid Ali. The way he took on two defenders, bringing in the cross. This was the handball though, Rohan on the other end, just trying to chip it forward. Free kick for India.
Come on, Jasta, come on!
An exciting player to watch. The gifting of one red shirt, then winning that free kick. Samuel Raksham been caged inside his own half. India just not allowing him to progress with the ball at his feet. They play with a double pivot in Kamal and Samuel. That's beautifully intercepted. Shami. India will rebuild. The reboot from here. Mohammad Abbas. Looking for Abbas. Fielding it off nice in the end. Ashkur Rahman getting his body in between the ball and the man. And I think I was just about to mention how Arbas has been a bit silent here, not being involved even. Darshan Jadro, the left flank, need to involve them more. And just when they did, they created an opportunity. They need to mix it up more. And I think Shami has to take a lot of workload. Even though he scored a spectacular goal, he has to sit back and make sure he doesn't allow Bangladesh attack flowing freely. At the moment, Bangladesh, they're looking promising. They are, of course, not afraid at all. They are looking like a very confident side, and that is a positive for the Bangladesh fans. Plan one from the Bangla Tigers will be to keep Ganimite at check. Number 17 has the ability to make an impact even with minimal touches of the ball. There is pushing forward. Look towards the left. Shiman gathering pace. Sumit Sharma comes across. Now the reverse pass. Rohan could have done better from there. Should have done better. Just rushed that pass, but the two passes before that, first from Sumit to cover the Bangladesh attacker and then to play it forward. It was excellent work, but then Rohan expected to do a lot better. Makes the wrong choice there. Rohan Singh, classic football academy product, with 2 goals and 1 assist. He scored a brace against Nepal in the last group game. 16 goals were scored by the Blue Bulls. Poor giveaway in a dangerous area. Put it through. Rifat Kati closing down just at the right minute. The Indian defense. Omang Dodum dropping back to stretch the ball. Greatest passes. This is exactly why I mentioned that it is a test for this Indian side. They have not faced this much of pressure, and you see Omang Dodum straight away dropping down, which is a positive to get on the ball, get possession from the striker. But then he's not habituated seeing this pressure, and that is why Rohan came in. The combination was missing. He was looking for Rohan, but Rohan was already making the run inside. Most number of final third entries in this half by Team India. Rohan Singh with most number of touches. Sometimes he just lacks the cutting edge in front of goal. What can Bangladesh produce? Shuman. The first touch has to be better from the number 7. India needs to be careful. Bangladesh are opening up. Yeah, the cross was perfect, the defense was beaten. Only that touch, if you could have brought it down and taken a shot, or even maybe go for the first time attempt, could have been something fruitful. Come on! Arbas. Putting it through. Omang Dodum.
peel it off nicely.
อะไรนะ
Middle surgery. Sticking to him like a leech.
An excellent pass from Hadvance, I believe, out there. And Ashikur and Mitu, both of them combining to make sure Omangdonam doesn't get a free swing at it and couldn't even control the ball at the cost of a corner. 40th minute mark, and 1-0 is certainly not safe. Yeah.
Good. They throw the game to the group stages at this mark. Poor delivery. Too much of power. Lack of innovation from Danny Matei. Not the one to withstand it. The playmaker.
Second ball!
A lot of expectation from the number 17. And his club, Northeast United FC, just deciding to extend his stay for a few more seasons. So that's quite refreshing for a youngster. Looking good for Bangladesh. The cross was inviting. And the first touch makes life difficult for Shuman yet again.
They were appealing for a corner, and that has been given eventually. It is the right call. I think it came off the defender. Bangladesh have another chance, and watch out for Ashikur, who scored the goal against Nepal from the header. They have a well-planned set-piece routine.
Taken shot. Bushid sinks it towards the back post. Here's that combination once more.
প্রথম পারে লেগেছিল এসে
I think the referee blew for a foul before the second header. He was a little pushed to take his mark off, but I'm not sure, cannot see too much in it. And Bangladesh will feel a bit hard done there.
কে গোল দেয় নাকি
So we'll have another look at it maybe soon. And they're still complaining Bangladesh. The initial header coming off the post. The second one, the Indian defense already switched off because the whistle was gone.
Well done. Come on down. That was a huge super delivery from Murshid Ali. The Indian defense just
গোল
switched
মানে
off, resulting into that opportunity. Referee just blowing the whistle for a foul before that. Lucky scare for India. Just playing with fire. Lovely field. The capital city of Itanagar, almost 18 kilometers drive from here. No dearth of excitement. The ticket sold out. It's a full house, jam-packed, full in Jubilee. So a similar scenario during the post-trophy final last year. Shami. Can he get one more for the blue gold? Light scramble has been cleared by Bangladesh. They've grown into the game, the Bangla Tigers. Beautiful ball. Great across the face. Just has to slide in, Rifat Qazi. They are getting there, the Bangla Tigers, time and again.
Oh, that burst of pace. Look at that burst of pace from Nazmul Faisal. It was excellent. And the captain, very unselfish out there. He could have gone for the shot. Look at that one. The first touch, perfect. Takes it away from the defender. Could have gone for a shot any other day. But very unselfish. Looked for a cross. Wasn't the wrong decision. But just inches away from the approaching Rifat Qazi. Bangladesh, the positive about them, I would say, is that even after that goal being disallowed, a foul being given just before the final header came in, they did not stand and continue gambling about it. They carry on with the game and they're trying to create more chances. That is positive from a young side. You want to see that from the youngsters.
youngsters that have started to win those midfield battles. Kamal and Samuel grown into the game, which is why Bangladesh is showing some positivity going forward, putting the Indian defense under pressure for the first time in this tournament. Sumit Sharma and her branches under the scanner. 4 minutes added on. Can they find an equalizer before heading into the break? The blue coals went off the boil. The Bangla Tigers, will they roar before the half-time break? Murshid Ali on to Salahuddin. Intricate passing. Beautiful footwork. Escapes a couple. Slightly overcooked in the end. That was Samuel Raksham.
Look at that dribbling work from Samuel Raksham. He's looking dangerous. The cross was overweight, but the work before that, initially Murshid Ali and then the captain Faisal combining with Samuel Raksham. They're playing around a few good passes to stitch up the moves, Bangladesh.
This is something which I was mentioning, Bashwar. Samuel and Kamal getting involved a lot more through the last 10 minutes. That changed the dimension of the game. They've got the foothold back. The likes of Sumon and Murshid Ali asking questions of the Indian defense, trying to put the likes of Sohum Yutreja and Malim under pressure. Ashikur Rahman. Long run up. Steered into the penalty area. And that will bring a corner for Bangladesh. A bright idea just falters in execution. Looking for a flick on from Mithu Chaudhary. Nazimul Faisal, can he unnerve Suraj Singh? It's low towards the near post. And India finally they clear. Chaotic moment inside the box.
Every set piece is looking dangerous. That was chaotic. No one could get the shot off. And eventually Arbash clearing his lines. And these are scuffed clearance, and they'll again go for the long throw with Ashikur. Bangladesh, they are looking dangerous. But for the Indian fans, I would say, with the substitutions coming in and the way Bangladesh have played in the second half, they'll only get dangerous, and India would certainly require a second to sit safe. And for the Bangladesh fans, I would only like to say that the way they're performing right now, it's only uphill for them with the attacks and the chances being created. They might very soon get the equalizer. It's not at all going to be an easy night for either of the sides.
It just seems like they are a step away from getting that goal, Bangladesh. They've thrown the kitchen sink at this Indian team. A bit of wind knocked out of their sails. India under the pump. So when this time from the right hand side, there's the flick on, helps it towards Faisal. A comfortable height in the end for the goalkeeper. And he plucks it out of the air to safety.
A correct decision by Suraj not to rush it.
Rohan. Fouled. Went down too easily. Referee waves play on. Has that tendency of taking on players. So dangerous in a one-on-one situation. Saw the early sparks of Sudhanta Singh on him.
The landing looked awkward. It looks like the shoulder referee wants him off the pitch. But I think there is a question genuinely that needs to be asked. India are doing well at the moment. Apart from that strike, they have not really created too many open chances. But do they have enough on the bench to change things in the second half, India? Because we've seen throughout the tournament, the first 11 has been lethal. Rohan, Omang and Chacho up front. But once the players come off the bench, it's been mostly when the game is done.
No impact on the bench players. Bangladesh will come hard at them in the second 45. Earned themselves a corner. Nazmul Faisal, the captain, causing a lot of issues for the Indian defence. From the corner, one more chance. It was dipping in. Plenty of blue shirts back behind the ball. Still bobbing in the area. Sat up nicely. And the half-time whistle. India needed it more than anyone else. And at the break, two goals. Go into the dressing room. They're riding on that brilliant strike from their captain Shami. Bangladesh put on a great fight. They took time, the first 20 minutes, to settle down. They created quite a few opportunities from where they could have gotten that equalizer. So a lot to play for when we come back for the second half. For the time being, at the break, it's Bangladesh under 19-0, India under 19-1.
Yes, indeed. So another 45 minutes, even after a lot of pressure. India unharmed, 315 minutes now. No goals conceded. But this one has been the closest so far in terms of defending and facing the attack from the opponent's side. It won't be an easy, and if you are a deserved champion, you have to work the hard way, and this is the hard way. At the moment, India leading by 1-0 in the crowd. Absolutely packed house. Have to give credits to this Arunachal crowd. Impressive, and we'll have a look at the highlights very, very soon. Beyond.